Check this out, guys. It's the exact same LTX 2.3 model, but the difference between the stock workflow and my optimized version is absolutely massive. From the visuals all the way to the audio, stick around and watch how I master this absolute AI blockbuster right here in ComfyUI. What's up, everyone? I'm Sotai and welcome back to the channel. First and foremost, I want to send my absolute sincerest apologies to all of you. I've been super tied up with a few personal projects lately, which unfortunately caused a bit of a hiatus in our ComfyUI workflow series. Thank you guys so much for sticking around, watching, and continuing to support my channel. I promise you, your patience is about to pay off big time. Today, I am officially back, and I am bringing you an absolute blockbuster in the AI video space, the ultimate optimized workflow series using the incredible LTX 2.3 model. If you've been hunting for an open source model that can crank out up to 15 seconds of video in crisp full HD 1080p, and get this, with mind-blowingly accurate audio-video synchronization, then this is exactly what you've been waiting for. But we're not stopping there. In today's video, I'm going to completely tear this workflow apart and show you my secret pro tips to level up your overall quality and utterly lock in your character's face consistency. So, without further ado, let's jump right in. Before we dive deep into ComfyUI, let me give you a super quick recap of LTX 2.3 for anyone who might have missed the news. Developed by LTX, this is the absolute cutting-edge next-gen video model capable of generating both audio and video simultaneously in the exact same process. The visuals and the sound are created at the exact same time, delivering insanely sharp consistency. But wait, there's more. This model brings some serious firepower to the table, an incredibly scalable duration, native rendering support at glorious 4K resolution with lightning-fast processing speeds, plus incredibly flexible control over diverse inputs, and the absolute best part, LTX generously dropped this as a completely free open source gift to the community. Just looking at the massive download numbers right now, it's clearly a monumental hit in the AI space. Naturally, with a model this hot, we've already got some amazing video generation workflows ready for you to truly experience what it can do. So let's get into the main event of today's video, where I'll walk you step by step through the video generation workflow using LTX 2.3. Just like our previous setups, you need to prep your environment to get this workflow running smoothly. The fantastic news is that you don't need to stress over installing any complex custom nodes. All the essential nodes you need for LTX 2.3 are already baked straight into the latest ComfyUI core update. As for your checkpoints and models, you just need to download them and drop them into their appropriate folders. I've made it super easy for you by compiling all the download links right over on my dedicated Patreon posts so you can follow along perfectly. To grab the workflow itself, just head over to the template section right here, search for the keyword LTX 2.3, and you'll see the available workflows pop right up. For instance, I'm selecting the image to video workflow. However, after running some heavy testing tests, I noticed the default layout was a bit messy and unoptimized. So I took the liberty of completely revamping and rearranging it into a super clean, easy to understand version just to explain it better for you guys. From there, I'll show you my exact tricks for optimizing it to the max. Welcome to my completely remastered LTX 2.3 workflow. To help you easily visualize how the magic happens, I've broken it down into 4 main stages. Stage 1 is where we lay down our foundational parameters. First up is the zone for setting your width, height, frame count, and FPS. Keep in mind, LTX 2.3 has some seriously strict constraints on output dimension ratios, so make sure you strictly follow them. Next up, we have a really special parameter. If you toggle this to true, the workflow flips to text to video mode, meaning it ignores your uploaded image and relies entirely on your prompt. But for today, since we want to absolutely lock in our character's face consistency, I'm keeping it set to false. Moving down, I upload my very first frame, a brilliant image of a smiling girl standing on the street. This image automatically gets resized and compressed for significantly faster processing, then saved to the first frame variable, right alongside the prompt describing her action. Following that, we load up our heavy lifters, the core models. Here's the secret sauce. Instead of just loading the stock LTX 2.3 Distill model, I combine the base model directly with the LoRa Distill. The real game changer here is that you can tweak the LoRa weight, which has a massive impact on the ultimate smoothness of your video. We also load up and save the video VAE, and the absolute standout feature, the audio VAE model, the master key to unlocking flawless AV sync. Finally, we map our upscale model and text encoder to their respective variables, clearing the runway for the next step. Alright, moving on to stage 2. I call this the input processing station. This is where our raw data morphs into the exact ingredients needed for the generation engine. For the visual side, we use the LTX V image to video condition only node to generate the latent video intertwined with our VAE processed image. For the audio, we boot things up using the LTX V empty latent audio node. Wrapping up this stage is the text encoding phase, where both our positive and negative prompts are crunched by the text encoder. Once that's dialed in, we save all these values fully primed and ready to be pushed right into the main workflow. Now, stage 3 and 4, these are the absolute heart of the system. Stage 3 is purely focused on generating the video at its baseline resolution. The biggest difference here from older systems, we absolutely must use the LTX V Concat AV latent node. This node tightly binds the latent video and latent audio together heavily from frame 1 before sending it all into the K-sampler. This guarantees that your visuals and audio are glued perfectly together. Once sampling is complete, we use another node to split those two latents back apart. Then we transition into stage 4, and this is where the quality skyrockets. The structure is almost identical to stage 3, but the crucial twist is that before we hit the K-sampler for the second time, our latent video gets passed directly through that upscale model we prepped way back in stage 1. At this step, the sampling steps are aggressively reduced so we don't end up breaking the original motion. We wrap up the whole cycle with a massive VAE decode, and boom! You're left with the final razor-sharp high-res video with perfectly synced audio in your hands. And that, my friends, is the complete core mechanism of the original author's LTX 2.3 workflow. Runs incredibly smooth, right? But hey, if you thought that was the end of the video, the treasure chest is only half open. Like I promised at the beginning, if you want your videos to hit that god tier level, there are some secret techniques you absolutely must know. How do we turbocharge the generation speed? How do we prevent our character's face from randomly morphing and keep absolute locked-in consistency across a full 10-second video? Get ready to dial your focus to 100% because right in this next segment, I'm going to walk you through these advanced pro-level tips to take your creations to an entirely new dimension. First up, we have an under-the-radar LTX 2.3 upgrade that most people don't even know exists yet. Just a few days ago, the absolute mad lads on the development team quietly dropped an incredibly valuable update called LTX 2.3 Distill 1.1. But here's the catch. If you look closely, the default ComfyUI templates right now are actually still completely stuck down in that older 1.0 version. So to show you guys exactly how insane this difference really is, I put both versions head-to-head in a side-by-side test.
I'm so happy you're here.
Visually, as you guys can see right here, version 1.0 generates hand and head movements that look super stiff, awkward, and honestly just unnatural. But check this out, version 1.1 completely eliminates this flaw. Every single movement becomes incredibly stable, buttery smooth, and so much more lifelike. And get this, if we literally pause for a second and zoom in closely on this exact frame, you can clearly see how version 1.1 absolutely locks in that structural consistency and keeps the character's face perfectly stable throughout the entire duration of the video. Now, let's talk about the audio. I want you guys to take a really close listen to the results from both of these versions.
I'm so happy you're here. I'm so happy you're here.
You'll instantly hear that version 1.1 doesn't just drastically improve the raw, realistic quality of the audio output. The absolute real moneymaker here is the mind-blowing precision of the environmental audio synchronization and the absolutely flawless lip syncing.
I'm
Because
so
of this
happy you're
massive
here.
jump across the board, the absolute first non-negotiable step you must take to optimize your quality is to jump right back over to stage 1, click into that load LoRa node, and immediately swap that file straight from version 1.0 over to version 1.1. Just this one tiny little tweak alone is enough to instantly catapult your workflow outputs into a totally different league. Moving right along with our ultimate quality optimization tips, we've got to talk about the absolute powerhouse of a tool we all know and love, LoRa. On top of that incredible Distill update, I actually hunted down another ultra special LoRa model that the community trained specifically for this LTX 2.3 framework. After throwing this straight into the fire for some hardcore real-world testing, I noticed the visual output got significantly sharper and undeniably packed with way more detail. All you have to do is download this file, drop it straight into your workflow, and hook it up directly to your main LTX model. It is that amazingly simple. For our next massive tip, we're going to have to dive deep into the absolute core parameters of the original workflow and specifically tackling the step count and the sigma coefficients. If you look really closely, you'll notice that during the low resolution generation phase, the default setup only runs on 8 steps, which forces those sigma values to free fall way too fast. Forcing these parameters into a sudden nosedive like this is exactly why the model struggles so hard to maintain its stability, completely killing the consistency of your character's clothing and facial features in those later frames. To completely patch up this critical flaw, I went in and bumped the configuration up to a solid 12 steps while simultaneously dialing in those sigma coefficients to drop at a much slower, more buttery smooth pace. After running a battery of heavy tests, I can confidently say the video quality and frame-to-frame consistency improved absolutely dramatically. And finally, guys, we are getting our hands dirty with Stage 4, the ultimate launchpad for upgrading your video into glorious, razor-sharp high resolution. In the default setup, the author's main intention was clearly to flex LTX 2.3's raw capability to generate high-res video all on its own. However, forcing the model to resample the video a second time is actually an incredibly risky move. Doing it this way makes it super prone to breaking the entire structure, spawning a ton of nasty artifacts. We're talking ghosting, noise, and all those unwanted weird object deformations. So instead of rolling the dice and risking the whole generation by using the LTX model over again, I highly encourage you guys to take a far safer and massively more efficient route, and that is using an entirely independent video upscale workflow. This method absolutely guarantees that your final output maintains that crisp, high-res punch, while completely eliminating the risk of ruining your precious generated frames. Here's your exact game plan. At the tail end of Stage 3 in your original workflow, you want to decode the latent to generate the video and actually save that low-resolution output right there. Once you've got that, grab your mouse, shift on over to Stage 4, absolutely nuke that entire old workflow block without hesitation, and swap in the upscale workflow I've provided. To wrap it all up, just wire your start and end points together and save out your final masterpiece. The pure quality this pumps out is absolutely going to blow your mind.
I'm so happy you're here.
And boom, here is the exact final result that I teased you guys with right at the start of the video. When you put these two results side by side, it is absolutely night and day. You can clearly see how applying the exact chain of pro techniques I just walked you through delivers a massively superior quality upgrade. We're talking mind-blowing sharpness, rock-solid image stability, and flawlessly synchronized audio. You guys can absolutely confidently take these core hacks and plug them straight into your own personal workflows right now to experience this insane leap in quality for yourselves. And that wraps up everything for today, guys. I really hope you watched the entire video all the way through so you caught every single one of those pro tips and secret tricks I dropped. If you found this video insanely helpful, please do me a massive favor. Absolutely smash that like button and share it everywhere so we can get this channel out to even more people. Thank you guys so much for all the support, but for now, I'm out of here. Peace, and I will catch you in the next one.